Hi Shivakrishna.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good. Hi Cycle, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. Let us do one mock interview with Shivakrishna today. I shared a JD to both of you. You can open that JD, Shivakrishna, and each point wise you explain your background. Where do you fit for those points? Let's it. What is the percentage of eligibility you have for that job description? Okay, just please share that screen, your document screen.
Yeah, is my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
So basically, this is a requirement for AWS engineer. So okay, we will see one by one the job description for the AWS engineer. So I am Shivakrishna. So basically, I completed my graduation in the year of 2020 COVID time. So after have joined in the part time as a.
You can show your resume summary. You have resume summary, right?
Yeah.
Because if you are discussing, you can show that.
Yeah, so you can see here in my resume. So initially I started as a part-time internship for the Cloud-DevOps. This internship with the activities like from the AWS and also Azure. So I have done some of the proof of concepts on the AWS and Azure also. So we will later I can discuss about this profile at the end of this session. So we will move forward into this job description first of all. So you can see here 2 years of experience in the use, installation, support, and troubleshooting of Linux servers. So when you see this 2 years of experience in the installation on the Linux servers, basically what is the mean of installation? Suppose you have some dependencies or any plugins you need to install for the application you want to deploy. So for that you need to install these commands, installation dependencies, and also you need to support whenever you have any application issues in the Linux servers. So you need to troubleshoot these issues. Suppose if I have not able to update this installation commands, then you need to update the server first of all, then you need to install the particular dependencies onto the Linux servers. Then if you see another one, extensive experience in using multiple AWS services like EC2, S3, Lambda, CloudWatch. So basically I have used various these services in my proof of concepts. If you come across this EC2, S3, basically this S3 bucket will use for storage purpose where I have enabled in one of my proof of concept by using the cross-region replication. So doing this sharing the files in between the regions and also different accounts, and you can use this CloudWatch in order to configure how much your resources are consuming the RAM and CPU, and you can see these parameters by configuring this CloudWatch into this various integrated with various services. Then Lambda is also one of the function where you can write some of the for the small task you can write the Lambda function and you can configure this. Then well versed in IAM policies, users, groups and roles. So if you come to this IAM topic, basically we are going to create the rules and users. So suppose if I need to give the access to the some of the team developer team, so for that basically I'll create the users, then I need to attach these users into the group name. Then after that, whatever the access they need to have, then I need to give this particular roles. Then I need to mention suppose if I need give this S3 bucket access, then I need to mention inside this role. Then I need to give this role into this group name so that they can access the S3 object files by using these IAM policies. Then comfortable with the VPC, subnetting, and the CIDR ranges. So if you see my proof of concepts on the AWS, so have using this VPC network and subnetting with the CIDR ranges, and basically whatever the infrastructure is available, so that should be inside the virtual private cloud only. So we are setting this subnettings, public and private subnets, to route the traffic into various services that you are using here. And the ability to articulate the AWS best practices, so especially on security. So if you come to the best practices for the AWS, especially and security, so we need to give the least privileges access permissions to the users, so whatever they need to access the services. So we need to give the least access level permissions to the particular users, and also then should be able to suggest measures to reduce the cloud cost. So suppose if I am taking the WordPress application with a two-tier architecture, so we have the two options. We can use the WordPress with RDS and WordPress with the non-RDS. Suppose if we use WordPress with RDS, so basically it will give much performance and application access to the users very easily. Then if you are using non-RDS with the WordPress application, then we need to upgrade and install the dependencies, and every time we need to, so it will take a lot of time and effort, and also it will cost the money to manage and maintain this WordPress application. And also this good knowledge of networking. So basically, as we said in the above, so networking is like VPC networking. So we need to enable this port numbers and everything inside this VPC in order to configure to our application. Then good in S3 bucket policies and securing sensitive data on the cloud. So okay, suppose if I have one scenario like we need to see how the S3 bucket policies are configured. So suppose I have very sensitive confidential data in my S3 bucket. So if I need to give the access to some other developers or any person, then I need to mention inside this S3 bucket policies where we have the certain collection of statements is available inside this S3 bucket policies. So there we need to mention the least privileges access level to the users. Then because we are not going to give the all permissions like read and write and upload any permissions to the various persons. So we should know, and we need to give the read access level or any level to the person who we need to access this S3 bucket. That we need to know, and we need to give the read and write permissions access level to the particular user. And must understand the cyber security concepts like STRED and Open Web Application Security Project. So I am aware of these words basically. So it is one kind of methodologies where we can find some of the threats in our system, and we need to determine, and we need to rectify, and we need to solve that particular threat systems in our servers. And also the knowledge of data pipelines and the CI/CD pipelines are preferred. So as we discussed in many of these mock interviews, the CI/CD pipeline, where the developers will develop the code, and once that development is completed, then it will integrate with the various servers like Jenkins or any CI/CD pipeline. Then the code will build and deploy into the various servers by using the Docker and Kubernetes clusters. Then we can able to access this application by using the servers. So this knowledge of AWS well-architected framework is a big plus, like role-based security, Cognito, and Okta assumed roles. So that is, so I need to aware of these words, but so that we need to discuss. So if not an expert in some of the above, so it should be keen to learn and master them in a very short period. So I can definitely learn this new whatever the new keywords here available. Then I can learn within a short period of time, and I can do this work.
Okay, Shiva. Cycle, you have any questions on these JD points?
No, no questions. I understand.
Okay, right. Now, how many AWS projects, proof of concept projects you have done so far? Your
So,
resume, right?
yeah.
This is updated resume, right?
Yes. So in AWS Cloud using, so I have done around 20 plus projects in the AWS Cloud, and 22 around, and some of the few POCs from the Azure also, 7 demos from the Azure Cloud.
Okay, right. Good. So we'll come to another call later with another JD. Stop recording.